Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another 10 pens currently inked this week. I think let's go through these briefly one by one. We'll go through them in a little bit more detail and then we'll do a writing sample. So from left to right we have a Danitrio. This is the Takumi and it's the Moonlit Grass. We have a Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico in the red marble. We have a Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico in the Lapis Lazuli. We have a Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico in the black marble. We have an Enoto Magna Carta. We have a Visconti Watermark. We have a Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Machina. We have a Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest. We have an Omas, and this is the Blue Angel. This is the cocktail edition. And then we have a Danitrio, and this is the Bamboo Story. So I think let's go through these pens in a little bit more detail. So this pen I did have inked up last week, and yes, it has made it forward to this week as well. So as you know, probably I do like my Urushi pens and also Maki, and this is both a Urushi and a Maki pen. So this is made of a beautiful deep red Tamanuri red Urushi, and then it's got this beautiful gold moon here with clouds and also the grass, which is moonlit, hence the name Moonlit Grass. This is a beautiful pen, and it was a pen that I was able to pick up from a friend, William Shakur. He was selling this. He was downsizing his collection in 2021, and I decided I like Danitrios, and I absolutely like Akatamanuri color Urushi. So I decided that this was a pen that I had to get and add to my collection. This has the Danitrio Fireball nib on there, and this is a fine nib. And typically I don't normally go for fine nibs. However, there wasn't much of a choice. So I decided that I would just pick this up, and I'm actually loving writing with this pen. So for me, this is a cartridge converter pen, Urushi Maki, and it's a stunning pen. So I will have a review of that very soon. The next pen is a pen which is a Visconti, and this is the Medici Ill Magnifico. Now, if you're not aware, the Magnificos are made of marble and also solid silver, so AG925. So this is a heavy pen. All of these Medici Ill Magnificos are heavy pens. This one is no exception. So this is a heavy pen. It has a hook safe lock mechanism. Now this has the older 23 cat palladium nib on there. It's a medium nib with an ABS plastic feed. It's a power vac filler. You've got the hook safe lock mechanism. I do find these are the same size as, or pretty much the same size as a Visconti Homo sapiens, and I do like the Homo sapiens pens. I do like more so the resin instead of the lava. I like, in most cases, the double reservoir power vac fillers. This is a single reservoir, not a double, but I love how this writes, and I do find that the Homo sapiens are pretty well balanced in terms of the resin versions. This obviously is a lot heavier, but I love this pen, and this is inked up this week as well. The next pen again is another Medici Ill Magnifico from Visconti, and this is the Lapis Lazuli. So again, this is made of stone or marble, and the cap and the filling knobs and the section are all solid silver, but it's a vermeil, so it's actually gold plated, and this is yellow gold. And again, I like this pen. Now this has a Visconti in-house nib. It's the newer 18 karat gold nibs that you'll see there from Visconti with an ABS plastic feed. But again, I just like the size and I like the weight of these pens, and I decided that I had to ink this one up, and I'm writing with it this week. And this is again, like, it's just, I do like these Magnificos. Now I do have 3 of them. I don't have the 4th one, which is the green, and I'm still thinking about the green one. The prices are a little bit high for me in terms of what I would like to pay for the green one. I can get them, and but they are all limited to 188 worldwide, so you do have to be a little bit careful there in terms of making sure that you pick it up before it sells out. So the next one here I did pick up straight away, and this again is another Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico, but this is in the black marble. And as soon as I saw this one, I just had to get it. It's black and gold, and it is just beautiful. It's got this age sort of look going on here in this cap and the power vac knob. Again, these are all single sort of reservoirs here, but you can just see here it does look really nice. So in terms of the nib, you've got an 18 karat gold medium nib there, and you've got the aged look going on there. So these are really, really nice pens. And again, I just like the weight and I like the size of them. So for me, I have that one inked up this week. And then the next pen here is an Enoto Magna Carta. And this, again, is a beautiful pen. I picked it up at the London Pen Show in October 2021. We're lucky after the sort of pandemic started in 2020, all pen shows had ceased pretty much worldwide. We managed to restart them in July 2021 in the UK. So I went to that one in July, and then I went to the one in London in October 2021. So this is the Magna Carta that I picked up, and this is a beautiful pen. Now, I did do a review of this, and it is on my channel here. So if you do want to look at this pen in a lot more detail, do check out the review. But this is a beautiful pen. I did get it with a fine 18 karat gold nib. Enoto have number 7 size nibs, not 6 and not 8. So this is a number 7, although it's really not that much different to a number 8 nib, I would say. It's a cartridge converter pen, and it's, again, very weighty. It's made of silver, and it's not a light pen. So I have that one inked up with me this week as well. The next pen is a Visconti Watermark, and I have this one inked up with an orange ink this week. I've had this for a number of years, and I do like this pen a lot. And let me unscrew the cap here. This has a 23 karat palladium medium nib. It is a double reservoir that you can see here. It's a power vac filler. But this is, again, it's a lovely pen, and I decided I wanted to write with this pen and nib again because I've not written with it for a little while. So I decided to ink that pen back up again. The next pen is a Visconti, and this is a Leonardo da Vinci Machina, and this is a work of art. It's a scrimshaw pen. One could say it's maquillé, I guess. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely scrimshaw, and then it's filled in with some colouring so that you can actually see here. But this is a beautiful work of art, and you can see there all of that artwork that Visconti have really put into this. So I do have a review on my channel of this pen in great detail, but it is a beautiful pen. So this has a medium, newer 18 karat gold in-house nib from Visconti. Now, what you will find though with this, so I do have a little bit of crustation going on there on the ink on the feed. I do find that this one writes a little bit more like a fine, not a medium, or at least a Western medium. But again, I love this pen a lot. It's a Visconti Homo sapiens size pen, and it's a pen that I do like the weight of, the balance of the pen, and I love how that nib writes. So for me, that is another pen that I am liking writing with this week. So have that one inked up as well. The next one is a Visconti, and this is the Chatterley Luxuries exclusive, and this is the Southwest. Now, Bryant at Chatterley Luxuries had two pens going on, and he called them the City to Southwest, and this is the Southwest version, and then there's a City, which is effectively a striated version of the pen, and uh, I do prefer this version. This is a celluloid. This is a speakeasy celluloid that the Visconti put on the speakeasy, and also the St. Basil as well. It's a Paravac filler. It's a single reservoir. It's got the newer 18 karat gold in-house nib from Visconti. But I just like it. I like this a lot. It's a limited edition of 28. This is number 20. And I do have the city version as well. And I do like that a lot. But this is one that I've been writing with a lot more. And I have to say that I do like it. So I've got that one inked up this week. And then another one is I've had this pen for a long time. It's an Omas Ogiva, and I actually swapped it with a friend, Gary. It does have a little bit of flaking off of the plating here on the clip, but honestly, I like this pen, and this is a Ojiva Cocktail Blue Angel. Now, it has a interesting nib, and if I show you here up close, hopefully you can see there, it says 52 degrees on the side of that nib. And that's the angle that this nib tipping is actually ground at. And just look at that tipping. It's an interesting writing pen. It's not an everyday writer, and I will show you why when I do the writing sample. However, I do like it, and I decided I would ink that one up just to have a little play around with it this week. And then the last pen is another Danitrio. I already have one here. This is another Danitrio. And this is a Akatamanuri, and it's designed to be like a bamboo stick or bamboo cane. And it's called the Bamboo Story. And this is a beautiful pen. And I picked this up from John Twiss a number of years ago at the London Pen Show. And I saw it there on his table, and it was just, I had to get it. It was a massive pen. It was Urushi, it was Akatamanuri. There was no price listed. So I had to ask John what the price was, and I decided immediately I would buy it there and then. So for me, I just had to get this pen, and I'm amazed at this pen, and I do love it a lot. It's a beautiful bamboo type cane, and I do like this color a lot. And if I unscrew it, you'll see here the section in itself is massive in terms of girth, and then you've got the Danitrio nib there, and that is a fine nib, but it is beautiful. So this one is an eyedropper. It's not a cartridge converter. So you do have to unscrew the body and eyedropper ink into the body here of the pen. And that acts as a reservoir. It's an ebonite pen, but this is a really interesting pen for me. So I decided I would have to ink this one up this week as well, being early in 2022. And I'm trying to really sort of look at some of the pens I've not written with for a while and trying to ink up a few of those each week. So I need to show some love for some of the pens that I'm not writing with. Otherwise, I might as well sell them. And I am thinking of selling a few more. So I will be looking to probably sell some throughout this year. So there you have it. That's my 10 pens currently inked this week. I think let's go and do a writing sample. So the first pen is the Danitrio Takumi Moonlit Grass. So I think let's do an ink swatch here. And this is quite a wet writer, and if you watched my County Ink last week when I had this on here, this actually feathered a lot. So let's see if this does here. Now, this is the Danitrio, and it's the Takumi, and it's the Moonlit Grass. Now, this is a fine, and it's an 18 cat gold nib. And the ink in here is Diamine, and it's poppy red this week. But that is a beautiful red ink. The next pen is a Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico in the red marble. So let's do an ink swatch. Now, this is another red ink, but it's a little bit more of a darker red. Almost want to say a bit more of a bluer red, to be honest. But it's a red I like a lot. So this is the Visconti, and it's the Medici Ill Magnifico. And it is the red marble. Oops. And it is a medium, and it's a 23 cat palladium nib. And then the ink in here is Visconti Bordeaux, which is a lovely red ink. The next pen is again another Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico, but this is the Lapis Lazuli. So we'll do an ink swatch. And this is one of the newer 18 cat gold nibs, in-house nibs. Now I do find that this nib sings a little bit. It doesn't on Temeray River, but it does on Oxford Optic paper. So this is the Visconti, and it's the Medici Ill Magnifico, and it's in the Lapis Lazuli, and it's a medium, and it's an 18 cat gold nib. It's a new nib, and the ink in here is quite simply Herbin, and it's blue, and it's Mysotis, which is a lovely ink. The next pen is again another Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico, and this is the black marble. So we'll do an ink swatch. Now, again, this is the newer 18 cat gold nib from Visconti in-house nib. I do find that this writes a little bit more like a fine nib. So this is the Visconti, and it's the Medici Ill Magnifico. And I just needed to open the back of the knob there because it started to dry out a little bit. So this is the black marble, and it's a medium, and it's an 18 cat gold nib. And then the ink in here is Diamine Earl Grey, which is a beautiful, beautiful grey ink. The next pen is the Enoto Magna Carta. So we'll do an ink swatch. And it will be interesting to see how these two ink swatches come out, because I find that this writes a little bit more lighter because it's a fine nib. So this is the Enoto Magna Carta, and this is a fine, and it's an 18 cat gold nib. And then the ink again is Diamine Earl Grey, which is my favourite grey ink. The next pen is a Visconti Watermark. So we'll do an ink swatch. And you can see that is a beautiful orange ink. So this is the Visconti Watermark. And this is a medium, and it's a 23 cat palladium nib. And the ink in here is Pilot Iroshizuku Yaki, which is a beautiful orange ink. The next pen is the Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Machina. So we'll do an ink swatch. Now, this is the newer 18 cat gold nib from Visconti. It's a medium nib, but although very wet, I do find this writes like a Western fine. So this is the Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Machina. And it is a medium 18 cat gold nib. And then the ink in here is Akamon SBRE Brown, which is a lovely brown ink. One of quite a few favourite browns that I have. The next pen is the Visconti Chatterley Luxuries exclusive, and this is the Southwest. So we'll do an ink swatch. And this is a beautiful ink. So this is the Visconti, and it's the Chatterley, I think it's EY, and it's the Southwest, and it's a medium, and it's a 18 cat gold new nib, in-house nib from Visconti. And then the ink in here is Mont Blanc Corn Poppy Red, and this is actually running on fumes, so I do need to clean that pen out. I probably will re-ink it with something else. I do like writing with that pen a lot. The next pen is the Omas Ogiva, and this is the Blue Cocktail, or Blue Angel, I should say. Now, I did say earlier on that this was not an everyday writer, and I will show you why. Because this 52-degree nib is a very wide nib. So this is the Omas Ojiva. It's, you see here, it's the Cocktail Blue Angel, and this is a 52-degree nib, and it is an 18 cat gold nib. But you can see there that that is a massively wide nib and very wet nib. So I do like that a lot. Now, the ink in here is Diamine, and it's a majestic blue. But that is can be a very, very fun nib to write with. But you do have to be careful on how small you can write with it. And then the last pen inked up this week is the Danitrio, and this is the Bamboo Story. So we'll do an ink swatch here. And this is a fine nib. And I've just had to undo the knob here because obviously it was writing a little bit dry there. Should have noticed that at the very start. So this is an eyedropper, so you do need to open the valve at the back to really allow it to let out a little bit more ink, otherwise it will run dry. So this is the Danitrio, and it's the Bamboo Story. And this is a fine nib, and it's an 18 karat gold nib. And the ink in here today is Diamine, and it's Poppy Red, which is a beautiful red ink. So I think let's take a look at these pens inked up one more time. We have a Danitrio Takumi Moonlit Grass in a fine 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Diamine Poppy Red. We have a Visconti Medici Ill Magnifico in the red marble in a medium 23 karat palladium nib, inked up with Visconti Bordeaux. We have a Visconti Medici Il Magnifico in the Lapis Lazuli in a medium 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Herban Blue Mysotis. We have a Visconti Medici Il Magnifico in the black marble in a medium 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Diamine Earl Grey. We have an Enoto Magna Carta in a fine 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Diamine Earl Grey. We have a Visconti Watermark in a medium 23 karat palladium nib, inked up with Pilot Iroshizuku Yuyaki. We have a Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Machina in a medium 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Akamon SBRE Brown. We have a Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest in a medium 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Mont Blanc Corn Poppy Red. We have an Omas Ojiva Cocktail Blue Angel in a 52 degree 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Diamine Majestic Blue. And then we have a Danitrio Bamboo Story in a fine 18 karat gold nib, inked up with Diamine Poppy Red. So there you have it. That's my currently inked pens for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.